Okay, are we live?
Yes, we're live. So live
Twitch
that I
has
keep seeing
adverts?
ads about this weird fella in his car again. He just rudely bit into a baguette and ran over some sort of barrier. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. We're also live on YouTube, so
Hello
hip hip
Twitch,
hooray.
hello YouTube. Right, let me get out of here because that's noisy. And what can I do about all this spam on my screen?
What do you mean spam on your screen?
I've got, like, all these things.
Well, there's two options. One, you could just go ahead and go in there and turn them off. Or two, oh, terrifying, you're just glaring through the window there. I feel like I'm in Aliens and you're about to stick your second tiny head.
Why don't you give viewers a view?
Well, they see that. You're about to stick your tiny...
No, they don't.
Well, they see me. Do they really need to see your perspective of glaring at a cryopod? Or was I sticking your tiny, tiny head out of your proper-sized heads to just drool on stuff? Could you please not? This is terrifying. I'm going to look away. Still terrifying. Leave.
Sally's overwhelmed.
Is she?
By life. Aha. Right. Yeah. That makes more sense. Oh, right. Okay. Right. So, are the plants still alive?
Yes, they're in little glass containers, but there is no air in here, I just realised.
In what? In here?
Yeah, what happened to my air? Did you breathe it all again? Oh,
no, I've been in my cryopod. Doors are closed. Have we run out of hydrogen?
Let's stop depressurizing the room.
That would be good. Bernie says, I ate it all.
You can't eat the air. That's not how it works. You need to pay for it. So, what's the plan for today?
Okay.
Are we going to follow through with what Almond said? Are we, quote-unquote, annexing the space butt?
Oh, yeah, because...
Sorry, purchasing it. I'm sorry.
We can put all of that back in there now.
Repurposing it? Something along those lines.
Watch me, says Bernie.
Hello,
not. Terry.
Hello, Terry.
So, I think for one thing, I'm going to start carrying around a bit more hydrogen and oxygen with me. Where are those bottles? There they are. Hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, we should make...
My feet are too quiet.
Oh, there's a few more down there anyway. Right. So, are we going to start work on our train of thought?
Well, you haven't exactly elaborated how that's supposed to look yet.
Okay. So, what I'm envisaging is...
Yes, okay. Hold on, before you carry on. You wanted to turn off all the spam. If you click on K and go into the info tab. Sorry, a bit disjointed, but, you know. You can reduce the range of friendly antennas for now. You can turn it up when you need it again or something.
Okay. Haha, that's better.
Right.
So anyway, we know that Sal is definitely from Salford, but is Liab truly from Mere? Oh, Mere's praying.
What? No, I'm not. I'm inventing myself anew.
Yes, Mere was born in a lake. Yes, because the word Mere in English means a shallow, wide lake. Well, not necessarily shallow, actually. It just means a wide lake. But usually shallow compared to its width. What you making?
8 computers and 2 displays.
Is it going to be a pool table?
Yes.
It's very close to my desk. And I still get around the front.
Yeah, probably. It's very temporary. Don't worry about it.
Mate, I'm stuck.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you're stuck? You can't just get stuck. I leave you out of my sight for like 2 minutes.
No, I'm stuck.
I'll be right back. I just need like 8 computers, maybe 10.
I can't move backwards or forwards or sideways. I'm stuck. I can't jump. Oh, hang on. But I can teleport into my chair. Oh, but if I get out, I'm stuck here again.
Can't leave you alone for any amount of time at all.
That would suggest that place where you were going to put it. Well, that's
It's
no
not
good.
permanent. I'll just need it for a moment to deliberate.
Ooh.
Right.
So what does this do?
SMS. Capital plump. No. There we go.
Hello, Zeron. Bernie says, well, this is a great start.
Pitch? No.
Oh.
Jaw? No. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Not quite, but we're almost there. Pitch? No. Maybe. Roll? No, that didn't fix it. You start talking about the thing.
I can't. This is totally distracting.
Yeah, I know. It'll remain distracting for a few minutes.
And it's distracting in a good way, in a, wow, this is a distraction kind of way.
I really struggle with getting this the right way around. Is it pitch?
I don't know
it's not
which
pitch.
the
Why is it
right
not
way
pitch?
Around is. I can see it's a train design of some description there.
Is it upside down now? It's definitely upside down.
Okay, so
what if
roll
like...
Aha, there you go.
Haha. Okay. Vertical offset. No. There we go. Horizontal. No. Bam. It's not quite right. Choo choo, everybody. There we go.
So, yes, I can see the shadow of a train.
Yes, you were suggesting a train of thought. This is what I've been coming up so far. Feel free to tear it apart with your opinions or something.
It's a bit small.
Fine, if you really wanted larger.
Ah!
Welcome aboard the train of thought. You're currently inside the engine compartment, and if you look over there in the distance...
It's no good pointing at your screen, because viewers can't see that.
Fine. If you look over there in the distance...
They still can't see you
by
pointing.
the window, just walk there. It's very large. People will be able to notice it. You see the main engine compartment of the engine of the train.
Okay.
Ooh, it's like walking around in there.
Hold
on.
a bit, isn't it?
Let me try and give you a terrible tour. Horizontal offset, bam.
Whoa.
Not quite there. A little shorter. Little
Sorry, chat.
lower.
I'll pay you attention in a moment. Like I say, I'm somewhat distracted. So, is this like a blueprint machine or something?
It is.
Wow.
Welcome aboard the bridge. Ooh, I can't see anything. But if you look out the front window there of the original ship, you see the side window. And if you look back here... I have no idea.
I can't tell
what
what's real and what's not.
Welcome in the world of ghosts. Oh, this is a window. This is another window. Small windows. Yeah. So this is something.
Okay.
Opinion so far. I'm sure there was a gravity generator around here somewhere, but I lost where I put it. Ooh, hold on.
What?
One of the things I'm more proud of. Vertical offset. Let's go downstairs.
Bernie says, Keen really did just take some mods and bunch them together in their DLC.
Look at these cool yellow doors.
Leave Mia building his obstruction and start building his toy train. Sorry, your toy train.
Look at those cool yellow doors. I like them a lot. They lead to the engine room.
Okay.
And if I can fiddle around with this, we can go back into the engine room. Horizontal... What, you're not looking at the door?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think you're on the level of the catwalk now.
Am I?
And, well, no, now I missed it. And now we're walking through the train. Woo! Oh, we should probably switch to your perspective for this. Woo!
Okay.
I found a new toy to play with, I just realised.
I realise.
But yes, Opinions so far?
My only opinion so far is, whoa.
Right. So your design, if I remember correctly,
well,
was...
I haven't talked about it to chat. I've only told you offline what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know.
Of,
I was going to set you up to do that now, and then I got distracted by a hologram.
Yeah.
You can't see... Oh, you can see the purple stripe. Look, it has a purple stripe
let's see.
on the front.
Chat's got things to say. Terry's switched to Twitch because YouTube's lagging. Okay. Bernie says, why is that rear part so goddamn white?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What is the white bit on the end? Or is that just some freak of the hologram?
Oh, no.
Or is that intentional or not intentional?
Well, it's not supposed to be so terribly white. It is brighter than the front bit. It's more like a very light grey to contrast the driver's seat with the front barrel thingy. Look over there. If you look at this tiny cockpit there, let me switch to me. Look at this tiny cockpit there. It's one of those new industrial ones.
We have a new industrial seat.
Yes, cockpit.
Oh, fancy.
They're lovely. I've already tried it out in the blueprints.
Okay.
I like them.
Okay. Right, shall I tell chat the what I was thinking of in way of
Yes, please
specification?
do.
Leave your picture there because I'll point at it on occasions. So what I suggested to Mia is that we should have an engine, and then we should have separate carriages with different functions. So, and we should be able to separate them all so that each carriage is essentially a ship in its own right. So we bolt all these ships together to make a train of ships. And so we should have a train that is a carriage that is a drilling carriage, a carriage that is a storage carriage. And because we've got lots of nice decorations, we should have one which is a passenger carriage, which I guess is where we'll put our cryopods and things. Obviously, we need an engine carriage. And we probably need a carriage for the jump drive and so stuff like that.
Yes. Speaking of which, the engine carriage at the moment only has thrusters.
Okay.
Like entirely, and one small reactor to keep it running.
That's okay. We can have a reactor carriage.
I was going to suggest the next one behind that should be a reactor carriage with at least 2 large reactors.
Cockpit looks like a conveyor to me.
Yes, that's why I pulled it up now. See that tiny cockpit there?
A Pullman dining car, buffet car, first class, third class for me. Yeah, things like that.
Look,
so
the conveyor connects to the life support system of the cockpit.
And obviously one of those carriages will need to actually be a drilling carriage. And so I suggested to me it would be nice if we could walk from one end of the complete train to the other end of the complete train, which means that we would have to have a doorway at the front and back of each of the carriages.
Well, there's no door at the front of this
Well,
train.
obviously, because that's the front of the train. That's, I didn't think we needed to explain that bit. And it would need to be big enough that for the biggest component that we have, which I think is the large cargo container, so that's a 3x3, we would want to be able to walk down the side of the cargo container. So it's got to be at least a 4 wide gap in the interior. And we probably want it to be taller on the inside than it is wide on the inside. So it probably needs the inside to be at least 4x5, 4 width, 5 tall. And I think that was all oh yeah, Mia was saying, well, should it, like trains, it should be able to accelerate faster than they can brake. And
oh yeah, it does that. As you can see at the front there, this thing accelerates like a madman, but it still has like 4 braking thrusters.
I say I like to brake very fast actually in my ships. So I suggested that maybe we put a brake car on the end of it, something that can like throw down the anchors. Yeah, and so that's kind of what we're working with. I think we probably want the drilling carriage to be the one that we put as the very last car, but because that'll be the one that we connect and disconnect the most. I'm quite happy with the idea that there's only one of the carriages. Now, this is entirely up to me. I'd be quite happy if only one of the carriages was pressurized, and I would figure that that would be the living carriage. And then the rest of them could be, we could need oxygen bottles. Don't really mind that. But yeah,
I know that you said that, but hold on. There we go. I couldn't resist making a pressurized bridge with 2 layers of windows because they look pretty. And since I'll be piloting the train, I assume. Where are you? I lost you. Oh, there. Since I'll be piloting the train, I want it to look nice. It even has a gravity generator right there.
Well, in
I also
space,
really like how
quite
this
happy
looks.
to
It's like a
pilot
whole cathedral. Sorry, train driver in space.
Yes, I'm quite happy driving in space. It's only with atmospheric thrusters that I'm inexperienced. I have no fear of driving in space, although I'm quite happy to be chauffeured also. Yes, Sal's ships like to brake very fast. Not that kind of brake. My ships have always been very robust. Sal says, oh, well, it seems my internet connection isn't agreeing with me today. Farewell, the CEO. Sorry, Sal.
Farewell.
So,
I really like how this engine car looks. It's so
good.
cathedral-like.
Well, why don't you build the engine?
What the hell do you mean, build the engine? I haven't had enough thruster components to build everything on our ship, as evidenced over there.
Are we going to use this ship to make that ship?
I mean, while I'd love to, at the moment this is the only working ship, and since I've already started preparing a blueprint, I would suggest that we just keep this ship as it is,
Sure.
and as soon as we have the engine car running, as well as a reactor car,
then
we
can start repurposing the components in this one.
Yeah, we can
okay.
turn this one into the passenger car or something.
Yeah,
I'll figure something out.
That sounds sensible. So are we going to connect them all with connectors?
Yes, 2 of them each side.
Yeah.
Typical train style, it's going to be a nightmare.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this idea. I mean, it sounds very ambitious.
Why am I not covered in moss? It's very upsetting to me. Hold on. What if I remove my shoes? No, that didn't fix it.
So, I guess I'd best start working on the drilling carriage. Although, yeah, Alman did say if we wanted to do something with the drilling ship, we were happy to. Wouldn't it make sense to have the locomotive be the drilling part of the train? Well, the drilling part of the train is the one that
is supposed to go down into planetary gravity.
Yeah, maybe it might need to go down into planetary gravity.
Well, moon planetary gravity.
It's the one that takes the most damage, and so I was thinking by having it as a separate, like, ship that I can connect and disconnect. With a drilling ship, you don't necessarily need much in the way of manoeuvring thrusters. You just need an awful lot of lift. Bernie's saying, gravity? You lunatics! Move closer to resource asteroids and make a small starter drill ship. That's not a bad idea, you know, Mia. Now that we've got plenty of ice, we could... Are you still playing there, Mia?
Only madly, really.
We could fly this ship. Has this got an ore detector on it?
I have no idea.
No, the ship that you've built.
What? The train?
No, this ship.
Of course it has an ore detector on it. What do you take me for?
So what we need then is some platinum so that we can make thruster components. We don't know where there's platinum, so why don't we go for a spin?
Oh, brother.
And I could take the Alman's drilling ship, which he says, if I wish, I can do things with.
Don't forget to cycle airlocks properly. I wouldn't want to just die.
Indeed. Is my helmet closed? Yes, it is. Right, where did I leave that? Oh, Mia connected it. Right, is there anything... Before we disconnect both ships, we should really just check and see if... Make sure that anything that we want to take with us, if we're going to move off towards... Go resource hunting.
We do have ice on board.
What's that? Floating
Probably
in
gravel.
space. Oh, yes, it is. You're right.
People just leave that around here for some bizarre reason. I don't understand why.
Oh, yeah, Boris pointed out that the weird design of Alman's ship is largely because it's just stolen ships all bolted together with some drills on the front, which is why the connector's in a strange place and the cockpit's in a strange place and all of that. So there
we
you go.
do have
That's his
platinum
excuse.
on board. When did that happen?
We have a little bit.
Yeah, I realised.
Not enough to do
We
much
need
with,
more.
unfortunately.
More. Well,
Okay, so...
refinery has some stuff. Let's pull that over there. Conglomerate resource. Okay, that doesn't work. WW. Oh no, that's probably full too. Oh. CC is free. Mostly. And now it's not anymore. No, I think we have everything.
Let me just make sure that this is safely disconnecting. Yep.
Groups.
I'm not impacting anything.
SMS. CB? Oh, that's not right. Oh.
Okay, do we have enough ice and enough uranium to survive with?
Oh yeah, probably.
By probably, did you check that things like uranium and ice haven't been sucked into the cargo
We have
containers on board Boris?
94 units of uranium on board, and we
You
still have about
also-
8 kilos of hydrogen, of ice.
It keeps flicking to just like 9 hours on your ship's power, I notice.
Yeah, that is normal. That is part of the only running on battery course.
Oh, okay.
Point in case being, we need a whole load of
Stuff.
platinum.
Platinum and uranium would be a good thing to find too. Okay, let's get away from all of this stuff. So what I suggest is that we head in the direction of the asteroid that I found before. There it is. Because there were other asteroids around there. And yeah, I might do a little bit of remodeling on this ship because Alman says he doesn't mind.
I should have tried out that relative velocity thingy,
What's
with
the
you.
relative velocity thingy?
where you can match your ship's speed with the other ship's
Ah.
speed. Because you just whizzed off.
Yeah, I've been slowing down for like the last long while. Okay, so it takes somewhere in the region of 5 kilometers to slow. I've probably still got an inventory full of ice. In fact, it takes a lot more than 5 kilometers, so it takes... Alright, to get down to about 10. Yeah, it does. It takes about 6 kilometers. Fine.
So where are we actually headed? At the moment we're just floating around in space.
I'm heading towards the asteroid where the ice and the iron were. Because there's a little bit of an asteroid field around there. Your current ship should probably have a connector on a boom to Alman's drilling ship. Can dock to unload. Indeed. Ooh, a flatbed cargo stuck to park the small drill ship on, not me. Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Oh no, I looked away for just a minute and now you've
I've gone.
I'll find you again in a moment. Oh, there you are. I think there you are.
I can send you a GPS coordinate in a bit. Do you want the GPS coordinate?
I don't know. Do you have an antenna?
I doubt it very much. I don't even have an ore detector and it's a drilling ship. I like the idea of a flatbed truck, if only because I want Mia to have a semi in space.
What's so hilarious about that, please?
It's the idea of having a flatbed truck in space. It's a ridiculous proposition, obviously. Okay, right, I'm going to start slowing here because there are rocks around the place and that's what we want to investigate.
Where did she go again? Oh, there. I should get up and make myself some brew or something. That's what I do. Woo!
I'm slowing down, Mia. I hope you realise this.
Yeah, I heard about it. I don't need to myself.
Mia, I'll explain later. And Terry says, lol, Mia behind the controls of an 18-wheeler.
Where did she go again now? Oh, there. Oh, there she is. I think. I'm pretty sure that's her. I should be whizzing past her field of view in a moment. At terrifying, terrifying speeds. Still can't see her. As in, I still can't see me on her screen. Oh no, wait, there I am. There at the bottom, the tiny thing.
Indeed. Okay, so do you see the asteroids that I'm near?
The ice asteroids?
Well, they're all stone actually on the outside.
Well, yeah, but it has the ice marking on your screen.
Yes.
Time for some inertia dampening.
There is one in front of me, there's one below me, slightly behind me, one below me, slightly ahead of me.
So which one are we heading for?
Well, I want you to go fly round them and find out what ores they've got on them. I'm coming to a stop in about 5 kilometres.
Do you have a second connector somewhere on board?
No, but I'll take care of that. I'll take the one off the front and I'll put it somewhere that's a bit more convenient. Wasn't that asteroid close to the gravity well? Didn't Sal have to emergency escape? No, that was when I went back to the platforms. There was, because it's very close to the Almine. Okay, so I'm here. And I'm at a stop.
Yes, just give me a moment. The ship was not really made for anything but going up and down. It's like a large elevator ship.
What's in my inventory? Right, yeah, just that stuff. Ah, trust Boris to build in a dangerous spot. What they wanted to do was to...
Okay.
Was to build just outside the gravity well so that it was easy to get in and out of. I think that was the concept. Let's just make sure this connector, that connector has things in it. I haven't actually looked to see what's on this ship. So looking at the drill head, you don't actually need a drill in every space. You can alternate them. So I could take out that drill, and that drill, and that one, and that one, and that one. So there's plenty of materials here to build other things out of. Does SE have the concept of geostationary orbits? Not really. It definitely has the concept of
you can artificially create it. No, it doesn't really have escape velocity because you just keep on. You reach your maximum speed and then it stays. If it had escape velocity, you'd could probably
hold a speed.
Yeah, you'd have to hold the speed. If it had proper speed progression in the game, as in proper escape velocity, you could probably maglev canonize yourself off the planet. That's a weird way to phrase it. SMSCP.
What do we have in? So we've got a bit of uranium there.
There we go. That's a lot better already. Now, ore detector. Online.
I miss gravity drives. Planets don't rotate and the gravity fall-off is much quicker than real life. With the speed limit being 100 meters per second, it's difficult to simulate orbit. Yeah. So when do we get a Spider-Man-like montage of you making Drildo 2.0? Well...
We don't do montages.
I think I am gonna just modify Almond's ship, because Almond said I could. So that it's a bit more of a practical drilling ship. I mean, it's not bad. It just needs some modifications to make it much more useful. But yeah, I kind of need to familiarise myself a bit with the design so that I know what I'm doing. Other than the fact that I've got lots of materials already in here that I can reclaim. So I'm guessing it's that cargo container there. It looks like one.
The range of this ore detector is pitiful.
And that's a cargo container that has a gyro on top of it. But it is very close to the thrusters. So it's always good to keep your drill head away from anything that ensures that your ship can run. So you want to keep the reactor back from the drill head and the thrusters away from the drill head. And your gyros. Found that out last season. So I might start off by just moving the thrusters back a little. Which would then give me probably this cargo container here to connect connectors to. So we can have connectors in the side. Because you want the connectors either inset into the side or sticking out on a pole on the back. Or both. Both is good.
Right, new from current position.
Okay. Gravity drive bug has been reported and acknowledged by Keen. Okay, while you're faffing about getting set up, I'm going to go make tea and heat something up in the microwave. I shall be quiet for just a few minutes and just listen. Righty-ho, I shall make sure we don't have any visually spectacular adventures in the time.
On a
that you're
side
making your dinner.
note, if you look around, my antenna, the capital plum... Oh yeah, you turned your antennas down. Oh, but you still see it. You still see the white signal, don't you?
Mixed signals, yes.
Yes, if you hold Alt, you should be able to see all the ore detector things that we're picking up over here.
Well, it's white against white. I can't see anything, I'm
Fair
afraid.
point. At the moment, you'll be picking up ice and iron on this. I've made a mark, and I'll move on to the next one.
Good, good. Yeah, go see if you can find us something useful. I mean, iron is also useful for that matter, but... Alright, yeah, I'm going to start off by just moving the thrusters back. But first of all, what's... So we've got a bunch of small reactors here, I think. I need my welder out so that it'll tell me what I'm looking at. Yep. Connected to each other. I guess one of them is on the cargo container, is it? One of them must be connected up to some sort of conveyor system. What are these? Catwalk plate. Not sure what the catwalk plate does for the design of the ship. I might start by just stripping down some of the bits, but there's always a risk that if I do that, something will become fatally disconnected as we discover that its main thrusters are connected primarily through catwalks or something. It's always a possibility. Oh, and this is Almond's ship, so it's not gonna let me do things like recolor, is it?
Probably not.
So, for example, if I try and grab... How do you grab a colour again? Shift P?
I think that was it?
Yes.
No, it's not. A bit of a shame, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I can't recolor this ship, so I can't mark up which of the things are structural.
It would be good to have an onboard refinery. Well, the Capital Plum does have the onboard refinery, but it would be handier on the mining ship, wouldn't it? I'm sure once Sal has got the entire ship figured out, she'll probably happily add some.
I do that when I've got a base that I'm flying to and fro. But if we're intending on taking the train places and just dropping a carriage down to do the mining, then actually not having a refinery might be the way to go. Because that way you don't have the weight of the refinery and you just refine it
on
when
the
you
train
connect.
design, yes, but the space bud would probably need one.
Well, we might repurpose the space butt into part of the train. Maybe. Although I'm just a little nervous about tinkering with anything on this because I'm not sure what's structural and what isn't. It's bad enough on my own designs I'm a little prone to removing things which later turn out to be something that connected one half of the ship to another. What's that? Landing
Is there a setting
gear.
to see sensor field range? Yes! Oh no!
What?
The yaw detector does not count as a sensor.
I think I can take that off. I don't think that will break anything. I don't think this reactor is on the inventory anywhere, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Right, I'm going to take off the landing gear because I don't think that they are structural. And with those thrusters where they are, you wouldn't want to use the landing gear, so that's a start. Just use that red conveyor in the upper back, says Bernie. Potato will be back in about 30 minutes. Like when you made the drill dough two-part ship. Yeah. Exactly like when I made the drill dough two-part ship, actually. But I'm going to have to be a lot more careful with this because like I say, I just don't know what connects what to what. But I think this is a standalone part, so let's start by taking it off. Okay, how's the ship fell to pieces? If I bump something, does it float away? No. Okay, we're good. What about that block? That block is mounted, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that's good. So how's the hunt coming on, Mia?
Poorly. I found iron and ice.
Right, I presume that this is a matter of symmetry. Okay, I need to go charge. Oh, I can turn up the antennas now as well, can't I? Because now we can see where you are. Let's see, we are... If I do it to about there, I should get you and none of the rest. Well, of course an ore detector is not a sensor, it's a detector.
I mean, yeah, but one could have had hope for that sort of thing. Didn't even discover anything here. Ugh.
Alright, which side? Ah, there's the other foot, so I can take that off. Hope is for the weak. I really think the drill ship should have an ore detector of its own. I absolutely agree on that.
It's just the person who cobbled it together decided it wasn't important at the time.
I think, to be fair to Almond, as Boris said, he just stole a load of other ships. And bolted it together, so it's not designed to... Although we put a little bit of work into the aesthetics, I feel. Alright, let's... I think I can take off this catwalk. Everything that's connected to the catwalk appears to be connected to something else. I mean, this is sensible to put some protection around the reactors. I am gonna take it off for the meantime, but we'll put some back on. So that reactor is definitely bolted there. Nothing else connected to this block.
I'm inclined to suggest a mod to the rest of the team that just increases the ore detector range just slightly. Because this dumb hovering around an asteroid seems
part
senseless.
of the gameplay, mate.
I mean, yes, it is, but does it need to be?
I mean, that's what I normally do, is the hovering around asteroids. I mean, if you can just fly up and see everything all at once, then where's the fun in that? It's like a treasure hunt.
Well, yes, and I, unlike you, would like to use a GPS system.
Right, does that block do anything? I don't think so. What does that thruster connect to there, though? It might connect to that middle block, but I think I can safely take the top one off. At Cell, there was a time when detector ranges were larger and more sensible. I can understand Mia wanting that back.
I didn't know that they shortened it because eventually you just grow reliant on Sal doing everything.
And you kind of get a nose for these things. You sort of end up getting a feel for where you might get stuff from.
I mean, let it be proportional. Let it have a very sensible amount of energy usage at normal range, but let me overpower it as something where it costs me like twice the amount for just 100 meters more sensor range or something. I'm not saying I want it for free, I'd just like to have the option.
Alright, I think I can take this one out. It looks like that reactor is, sorry, that thruster is bolted to something else. Yeah, I think they're situated on the cargo containers there. Now, the braking thrusters. We don't want the braking thrusters interfering with the side thrusters, so I can see why Almond has put them so far forward.
I don't know what Boris's problem was. There's plenty of ice around here.
Mia's nose is fine as it is, thank you very much, says Bernie. And Sal, could you put some scaffolding on to hold the front and back together in case something is structural? Well, the whole thing is kind of scaffolding at the moment. I suppose what I could do, because the only thing I'm really worried about floating off is either thrusters, anything that's going to hold the ship stable, because I can always grind something down if I disconnect it. And because it's got the four corners, as long as I don't disconnect the four corners, I should at least have some thrusters. Mind you, if I was to disconnect something like a cargo container and it went flying off, then emptying it and refilling it would be a bit of a pain. But yeah, it's definitely harder to redesign a ship than it is to start from scratch. And of course, you've got to keep the grid powered at all time, because otherwise there's the risk of it being removed.
So where do you commonly find platinum?
In asteroids.
Really? That's the only place?
Well, I don't know whether there's platinum on the moon as well, or anywhere else for that matter. I don't know. Everything's changed, doesn't it?
There ought to be platinum on the moon. How else would you build iron thrusters there? Which is...
It was always a bit of a rarity. Kind of just want to start from the front and redesign it again.
Well, personally, I'd recommend you do that.
At some point, I'm going to end up cutting it in half. You know it's going to happen. Okay, I can remove these bits, can't I? The cargo containers are the backbone, so as long as I don't disconnect that one, they all connect to each other, and I think everything important connects to the cargo containers. I'm with me, just start from scratch.
In fact, how about you build a little projector block, put on the spacebat projection, line it up with the drills at the front, and then rework the rest. I'm almost inclined to do that. I'll let you have the capital plum and rebuild the spacebat for you. I'll even have the letters on it.
I could just design the drilling carriage. I was thinking that the drills would face downwards in the drilling carriage.
Oh, that. Well, you do whatever you think is the most sensible thing to do. I'll keep on hovering around asteroids like some sort of toilet fly.
Yeah.
It's probably not a common expression in English,
I'm going
is
to keep on taking bits off this for the time being.
Energy low.
So, Mia.
Yes.
Any funny stories?
No? Why?
Because you're very quiet.
I'm doing
You're just
scavenging
flying.
work.
Yeah.
I'm no Anubis. I can't just come up with a funny story like that one time where I got to meet my grandfather's bird, who for some reason had a gambling addiction. Wow, that was a terrifying nightmare to get him off of that again.
The bird had a gambling addiction?
Yeah, it was really silly. Basically, my grandfather had a huge fascination with keeping slot machines around in his own household, primarily so he can scam visitors out of their hard-earned money, which unfortunately included his grandchildren. So pocket money was a thing of the past if you got hooked on that machine. He even had a child-friendly version set up on the floor, as in he had multiple of those things. Unfortunately, his bird, Budgie or something, really liked the noises that machine made. So it sat down on the the thing on the little money tray at the bottom, then stretched out its little neck and tried to hit the large buttons. Unfortunately, the bird wasn't really strong enough to do that, but from the outset, it always looked like it had a gambling addiction.
And what? He was just pressing the buttons because it liked the noise.
Well, the machine made noises all the time to get your attention and then spend all your hard-earned pocket money on this nightmare. But, yeah, it liked the noises. As birds do. Birds do like noises. How's Soup Lady doing, asks chat.
Soup Lady, I went to visit Soup Lady the other night, and she's looking a lot stronger than she has been looking. Hang on, I'm running out of inventory.
I have no idea which asteroids around me are closest. Or which ones are actually asteroids and not just pebbles lying around.
I just had a scary moment there where I was seeing a gap between the cargo container and anything. And I just thought, uh-oh. Innards of the ship have just become disconnected from everything. But it appears not. That's good. Yes, Soup Lady is... she's had a tracheotomy. So they've cut a hole in her throat to put the breathing tubes into because she's been on a ventilator for so long that the tubes now have irritated her throat and stuff so much that...
Is she eating soup again?
No, she's still on a feeding tube. So I suppose, in a way, she's eating medical soup. But yeah, she's going to be a long time recovering, but she should still recover fully, we're hoping. There's a chance. They're getting her up out of bed and giving her physiotherapy every so now and then, which just makes her... Basically, she sits on the edge of the bed and, like, lifts her arms and her legs and stuff just to, like, give her muscles a bit of practice because she's been lying in bed so long that they're starting to atrophy? I forget exactly how you pronounce that. But yeah, there's kind of... I mean, once she's still classed as being in danger. So things like I mentioned previously that they'd found some lumps when they've been scanning her to check her circulatory system. They found various lumps which they don't know whether or not are actually tumours, but they're not going to do anything about that until she's out of danger. Let's hope she gets lots of medical alcohol as well. Indeed, that's what she's missing. But she has... They were worried that she'd had a massive stroke on top of the heart attack. But she seems to have full memory and full cognition. She recognises everybody. She knows what she likes and what she doesn't. And she remembers stuff. So... it appears that she's all there. She's not... she doesn't appear to have suffered from any brain damage that's affecting her cognition. Although it won't be until she's fully off the machines and has some strength back that they'll know whether there's any other functions that have been affected by brain damage. Because you can suffer brain damage and all it does is give you... like, you can lose your balance, for example. We wouldn't know that at the moment.
Oh, maybe she lost her ability to eat crisps while on the phone.
Who knows, Mia? That may be a thing. That
Yeah, no,
might
my
just
luck,
be
it's
a
probably
thing.
not that. She probably just lost her restraint and is even ruder than usual about this sort of thing. So, what was that thing over there with rooms? Somebody said rooms. I'm very invested in rooms.
Oh, Mia. How is Mia's fight over the rooms?
Oh, yes, yes. I lost.
She's all there. Wow, she's better off than I am, says Bernie. And Terry says, I don't think I was ever all there. Well, these things are all relative. Talk about, like, as much as she's ever been. She was never the most all there. She was a very unique personality before going into the hospital. And I'm sure she will remain a very unique personality when she comes out of hospital. We're just not sure how unique or in what way. Alright, yes, so gonna trust that we can take out these
What?
cross pieces. What?
No fuel?
You were supposed to be checking that you had uranium?
I do have uranium. I do still... Ah! Of course, the batteries have recharged.
Okay.
And since we're currently in sunlight...
Yeah.
all the sunlight the batteries went from discharge mode into recharge mode since we have a surplus of solar energy. It's alright. Basically, the batteries are charging.
Oh, I see. Can you move?
Yeah, I can move. As soon as I move, the batteries go into powered mode again.
Oh, okay. So it's just a false message.
It's a false message because it believes we don't have any energy at all because the batteries are charging.
Mm-hmm. As long as she doesn't think she's a budgie with a gambling addiction. Indeed.
Are you making fun of my budgie?
I thought it was your grandfather's budgie.
Sorry, are you making fun of my grand budgie?
Your grand budgie. Okay, gonna take out these ones. Terry says, yes, Mia. Bernie says, yes, Mia. Everybody says that, yes, they are making fun of your grandbudgie.
That was the one good story I had. So...
Okay, nothing's floating off. Nope. These things do appear to be anchored. Let's take that off. Alright. So this doesn't anchor anything? Just have a quick look, mate. These thrusters, from my point of view, look like they are mounted on the cargo containers.
They're not.
They're not. Okay, they're mounted to these two blocks, which are mounted on the cargo containers.
Exactly.
Right.
All right.
So what are those mounted to then? Because that block's not mounted to anything.
Hmm?
Are they connected from the other side? Yes, they're connected from the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can take these two off. Because they don't do anything.
You know what annoys me? In Elite Dangerous, that you can buy some weird computer voices. Because apparently that's what they do now. It's their way of selling hats. Just in weird schnick-schnack that you just punch into your damn cockpit. Like, for some reason, tons of bubbleheads.
Bubbleheads.
Yeah, bubbleheads. Where you get little letters, little stations, and little aliens and little pilots, and they're just bobbling around in your dumb cockpit. It's really silly, and it doesn't have quite the same wonderful flair as hats. So I'm not really buying into this.
Okay. And you're...
Well, the only thing I'd be slightly interested in are the voices for your computer system, because, that's a thing that I constantly interact with in Elite Dangerous. But all the ones they have are just so oddly pretentious, like... It's really annoying.
That's a pretentious voice.
Yes, it is. Don't you know?
I see.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that is anchoring those two.
This isn't a ship, Sal. It's a collection of spare parts flying in close formation.
I do notice
GPS,
that Almond has coloured a block here in yellow randomly, but it might not be as random as all of that. That might be the one block that anchors those thrusters.
Probably.
But I wouldn't want to rely on an untested colour scheme to say, yes, if it's not yellow, it's not structural. Just in case that's not true. Well, if
there's one thing we know about Almond, it's that he's consistent.
Do we?
No, we don't know that. That was a joke. I don't think I know a lot about Almond. I have no idea what his favourite nuts are, for example. Balls and Anubis' AI both shout at them. Isn't that because they're using some sort of external AI thing, so Anubis can do his drop the coconuts thing?
What?
Yeah, if Anubis wants to lower his landing gear in Elite Dangerous, he tells his computer to drop the coconuts. Inside jokes like keys on walls or something.
Oh, I see. Okay, so what I'm going to do
So somebody says Zoidberg for some reason. I disagree. Zoidberg would make for a great cockpit voice.
I need some steel plates. I think I can take that one there.
Then again, I'm not sure if my perception of pretentious voices is accurate. I would like to have something like a Boris voice for the cockpit. I'm not sure if that would count as pretentious as well. I need a reality check in this instance, please. It's cool,
right.
Take your time.
Bit of scaffolding just to be on the safe side. And now let's check. Right, they are bolted on separately, so I should be able to take these off now.
In the meantime, they're also saying that this ship was built around a random cargo ship. That yellow block is just a remnant of the original ship rather than a grey block which would have been added by Almond.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous that might be the case, that it's not a colour scheme.
Plus, if I know Almond, one of the things I do know about Almond is that he predominantly likes to build in white. At least he used to do that when we were working together on the Hiveplex. I feel bad now spilling the beans that I know nothing about Almond. What if Almond hears this and then feels offended because he knows everything about me? Like, my thing for bees, which is a well-kept secret, by the way. No, only Almond would know this. Are you laughing at my bees?
I might be.
Ah!
So we've got a new member of the team temporarily at the moment.
What?
At work.
Oh, there. I thought you were talking about icing, and I thought, what, we're planning on killing him already? That's
temporarily.
A bit soon.
No. I mean at work. And I was just thinking about you and your bees.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's very impressed, isn't she?
Oh,
with
that
your bee
woman.
typing.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the horse racing guy.
Horse racing guy? Oh, horse racing guy. No, I mean, he's
It's one of his
another
only
temporary-
outstanding character features, besides the fact that he is very punctual.
He is very punctual.
As in, he leaves at bang on 4 o'clock no matter what happens.
Mia crashed. Did Mia crash?
No, bumped. Look, there's no damage. I'm flying slow enough that nothing I do could cause any significant harm. I just didn't see that something was sticking out there.
I think I'm going to take off this stuff, actually, because this is actually annoying me. And hopefully this isn't structural.
She'll
Like
not be
what?
impressed for long. She'll soon learn the truth about Mia. Well, I think she might have already. I did out myself as slightly insane. And obsessed with bees.
Right, those thrusters are mounted to those thrusters, which are mounted to
Something tells me this
there.
doesn't fit.
So that's fine. Right, that's definitely easier to get into now, though.
Oh, it does fit. But not for long.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna like do a whole dildo thing with this ship. What did I grind down that gave me scrap metal?
Thrusters. We discussed this. You lose parts if you're grinding out thrusters, if I remember correctly. Remember?
I didn't. No, someone said you don't get as many components back, but
Yes, that's what... but in turn you get scrap metal back. That's if you lose components. You still get scrap metal in return.
I don't think I've ground any thrusters. Maybe there was
you have at least 2.
What?
I thought I saw you grind down at least 2.
No?
Oh well, never mind me then.
Maybe it was something that had taken a bit of damage.
Armand seems to go for fancy styling, like horns on his little ship and fiddly bit on the drill ship.
Again, though, we don't know what was already here, and some of it is quite functional, like the shield around the cargo container where the braking thrusters put the cargo container at risk. So that's... Some of this styling fiddly bits is quite functional.
It also believes I was trying to ram a truck into a hole made for a Mini. I'll have you know this thing is no truck. This is a mobile motorhome.
So
A pirate vulture. How bad is that?
covered in guns.
I mean, I know you say that.
No, Mia. Just don't, Mia, because you've got our only source of oxygen
Or detection.
or detection.
Oh yeah, how are you
And
doing on oxygen, by the way? Because I might be a fair bit away.
I have
Does the ship...
one bottle and a bit. No.
Okay, well, fair point.
So if I can't, because I thought you couldn't disassemble thruster components to make the same amount of platinum. But what you doing, Mia?
I'm slowing down and reaching this asteroid to analyze what's on it.
What's all the white stuff at the front?
What? What white stuff?
Oh, that's the half-built ion thrusters.
That's
that
the
we haven't
half-built
got the
ion
stuff.
thrusters,
Right,
yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It still works, because I prioritize that, but, it would be handy to have both of them to ensure that ascent and descent works.
Yes, so does anybody know for sure if
there's a second one.
I grind down a thruster, do I lose components?
Chat, now's your time to shine. Please analyze.
Because the consideration I'd had before was that I think chat said, or someone said, that if you if you disassemble thruster components, you don't get as much platinum back as you put into it in the first place. So that was a disassembly loss rather than a grinding loss. Okay. So now if I connect those to there, and then to there, and then just put one block on there, and I can safely, I think, remove all of the other stuff. And as long as I don't crash the ship into anything, we'll be all right. I want pizza, says Bernie. Which is interesting, but doesn't answer our question.
Well, in the past it used to be that you can safely grind down a thruster and still get all components back. It probably is that, and you just don't get all the platinum back from disassembling thruster components?
Maybe.
But I'm not sure now.
Yeah. And our lack of platinum just makes me a little bit cautious about finding that out the hard way. Bernie says that's a lovely shot.
It sure is. Look at this beauty. As horrible as mirth is on the surface, it works from below.
It's very pretty in space.
I know.
Okay, I'm getting close to having removed all of the extraneous stuff from the front end.
Terry has, his favourite tobacco in his pipe again. Not the vanilla-flavoured doo-doo he has to make do with for 4 weeks.
Mia's going on an adventure.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You're not going on an adventure and leaving me here with no oxygen, are you?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Well, I know you're fine, but am I fine?
Yeah, you're probably fine too.
I'm probably fine. Where are you? How far away are you?
Oh, what you're wanting to ask is, where is the ship?
Where is...
Ah! It's fine.
Mia?
I'll find a blind spot. Oh, no, it can move. Oh, that's a problem. End of the adventure.
Okay, so you're dead.
Haha,
You didn't
no,
have
not, silly man.
Anything valuable on you, did you? Was
Nah, I
that
had a
just
grinder and a welder. Standard
Okay.
stuff. Standard issue.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I know. So now I know. It has guns. It's a bit of a nightmare. I'll make a mental note of that in the future. What did this have? Cobalt.
Bernie says, I've never seen that ship design before. Must be new. How many holes in your ship, Mia? I think they were all in his body, weren't they?
They were all in my body, yes.
Alright. So...
Also, you just had to call me out, didn't you? Could have had a fun adventure without Sal accusing me of doing stuff.
No, I was looking over. It wasn't Chat who said anything about what you were up to. It just suddenly occurred to me that I couldn't actually see the antenna on my screen anywhere.
Well, could you to begin with? I might just be out of range now.
I've turned it up so that I should be able to see anything within 15 kilometers.
Mind sending me your ice coordinates so I can identify which one you're at?
Okay, shall do.
Potato has returned.
Hello, Potato. There you go. Right, so...
I'm 20 kilometers away from you.
Time to start doing some stuff. I'm going to put a connector up front, I think. Because if there's a risk that we might lose thruster components if I grind down any thrusters, I daren't grind down any thrusters, so I've got to live with the thrusters where they are until we know better, or until we actually find platinum. And then I'll be free of that. But for the moment, I think we'll live with the arrangement that we've got. Okay, so I'll put a connector on this side so that there is another...
Did I read this correctly? Is that Jehomus?
What?
Jehomus?
Jehomus?
Jamus.
Ah!
Hello!
Yes. Or it could be Yehomus.
Yehomus.
Says, well, good afternoon. So that is somewhere in the Americas.
Easy? Oh, yeah, probably is.
Yeah, same sort of time zone as Tammy.
So,
hello,
Jamus.
and welcome to the stream.
Well. Also, jacketed Spud?
Yeah, because Potato said he'd been and had a shower, so now he was a clean potato.
I thought there's another person here. Don't need my body location. I've got one of my own. GPS, new from current position, Cobalt.
Okay. So, Mia, what I'm going to do is put a connector that's level with the surface of the ship. Mm-hmm. It won't be inset, it'll just be level.
That should be good enough.
You will need to...
build a stick.
Yeah, you'll need to build a stick a little. What do I need? I need steel plates. At Mia, next time go for the civilians. I've not got any little bits of steel plate. Oops. Okay, let's just check that. So that should be okay. I mean, it's very, very close to the drill head. But if we lose a connector, it's not terrible. It's something we can easily replace. The first one was how you say it, and yes, America time zone. So, Yehomus, was that right? I forget now which one it was that we said first time, or was it Jehomus? Was it the Spanish pronunciation, or was it the more English pronunciation?
This asteroid is depressing. It's so bloody large, and all I can find is cobalt.
110. Cobalt.
I would have killed for cobalt.
Cobalt on the planet, yeah.
Yeah, and here
we
is just...
died for cobalt on the planet, didn't we?
Well, you died for it. I lived. I lived in the comfort of my mountainside camp. Sorry, our mountainside camp.
A bit more iron plates. Hopefully I've got all the things I need. Ah, jar hummus.
Would it be offensive to ask if he's a fan of hummus?
Probably me. You know the rules. You can't start, like,
Conversations
teasing.
about names.
No. We are nice to the newest of our viewers. It's only once we get to know them well enough, like Bernie, that you can start being rude to them. And even
When was
then,
the last time I was rude to Ben, but also...
Besides all the instances where I instigated he's dead. They don't count because he's dead, and we just lovingly remember him as a lively person.
Bernie says, "Hey, just checking if you're listening." Terry says, "Insult me all you like, me."
Can't insult Terry. I can't think of any good things to say about somebody called Terry.
I'm out of motors.
Oh, that's nice. Do you need me to come back?
Well, it's not. It just means that before I can. Before you can
path my
dock,
way back via
construction
3 asteroids
components.
if you want me to.
Yeah, there's no rush because I haven't actually mined anything that we need to stick in the ship. I mean, I've got a good lot of ice on me. Mia doesn't insult me, he just stabs me in passing, says Potato. And Terry says, I've got used to insults. I'm longing for people to find new ways. Mia is quite inventive, I'll give him that. He does like to insert a bit of comedy into his insults.
No,
So it's not
it's
your
not intentional
everyday-
comedy. It's a PG-fying filter that still expresses your rage. It's something you have to do with children because otherwise parents are accusing you of tainting them. I mean, the joke's on you. I'm already tainting them with all my terrifying knowledge about useless things like beehives. Oh, I'm telling you, I'll find
Was
so many
there
bloody ways to incorporate
anything-
beehives into lesson plans. Passive-aggressive comedy insults are the best, says
Terry.
Terry.
All right. So
I mean,
that
I
gives
expanded
us-
my living space in the east for more monitors. But I haven't actually set up a monitor yet because I don't have a vertical monitor stand
Now,
anymore.
what I could do is to put an oxygen tank. Oh no! Then I start getting into all of the. That's probably.
You mean piping up the cockpit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a doozy.
So if I was sitting on a cockpit, me,
Yes.
and there is no oxygen generator, just an oxygen tank,
You
and
would still
we-
get oxygenated.
We were to connect the red ship to this ship. Would the oxygen travel through a conveyor tube?
Yes, it would, as long as you set it to stockpiling. Hold on, let me demonstrate.
No, I don't need a
Quick
demonstration.
spacewalk!
Just needed the information. I didn't need the demo. Let's...
Behold, our oxygen tank, the only source keeping me alive inside the ship at the moment.
just put...
Because we kind of invested the rest into the bloody hydrogen thrusters.
That'll
What's
do.
the range of the hand drill? The professional one?
A lot smaller than the... than the other one.
I've got the
Oxygen
distinguished feeling that there
farms.
might be something valuable inside this large asteroid, but it's in the middle of some nonsense. Let's pack a bottle and have a wander downstairs.
Right, let's see. So, connectors are on either end. That's going
What's
to
this
be
nonsense?
too large. So basically need it to go sideways. Alright, let's try sideways. So I could do it like that. Well, the cockpit doesn't need to sit on top of... So
No,
even
it
if
can
the
just-
oxygen tank is conveyed up somewhere and the cockpit is conveyed up somewhere...
Yeah,
that'll
it'll
do.
work. It'll work. It's just, the original space butt, you were sitting literally on top of the tank.
Yeah.
Which was funny.
Well, the idea I think I had... I'm trying to remember how I worked that design. I think the idea is that if my cockpit got blown into space, as happened on occasions, is that I would be blown into space along with an oxygen tank. So there was on the grounds that oxygen isn't actually explosive in this game, it seemed like a safety feature. Now, obviously in the real world, if you're looking for safety features, I wouldn't advise
To sit on a
that
large
you sit
oxygen...
on a large explosive tank. Actually... Right, okay, so if I move... Right, change of plan. If I move the connector
Energy low.
around to that side, move that reactor back there, then that will give me this stretch here. I can put the cockpit up front on there, and I can pipe the oxygen into the oxygen tank through here. Yeah. Why not, Sal? What could go wrong? The things that you would never have imagined can go wrong in this game.
Posterior carnival. A concept I brought up before, but in this context it probably works too. You're gonna have fireworks.
Terry said I was thinking of a controlled space toilet when you want to poop the gravel.
What the...
Ooh,
I
yes.
went in circles.
Terry, if I'm pooping gravel, then it's all over. Bernie, don't say that. I know a crazy French woman that periodically does a cleanse and catches her poop in a fillet? A screen, maybe? And washes to find solids in it. Ew.
Find
Ooh,
what
where's
in it?
the solids. Where's Tammy when we need her to go? Ew.
Yeah, I'm glad she's not here, actually. She wouldn't want to witness this.
Oh, no, I don't think any of us would want to witness that. Oh, filter. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Grammatically, sentence structure-wise, but not on a realistic basis, no.
It's still weird. Potato says, wait, Sal, why are you modding your ship away from any kind of base?
Yeah, that's a good question now that I'm thinking about it. You sending me out with yourself to find stuff, and then you sent me off into the distance, and you're just standing there in the emptiness. You didn't think this one through, did you?
It was because I wanted to get Mia out doing
Oh, this is nonsense. I'm
resource location.
Ooh, chat. Do you want to get dizzy? Woo!
No, they don't want to get dizzy. Mia, stop making chat feel sick.
Well, I'm feeling sick. Can't they suffer with me? Okay, I've determined that this is just one bloody rock of stone. Nothing else.
A rock of stone.
Yes. There's nothing valuable inside this stone. Did I make a GPS signal for this useless rock? I did.
Okay, so you now know that if you don't see anything, there's probably nothing there.
Well, there's probably something somewhere in there, I just couldn't see it. Planning my hop route. Oh yeah, there it is.
Because Sal, says Bernie, and Terry says she wanted to get Mia out of the way from interfering with her build. Bernie says, that wasn't making me dizzy. And Potato says, haha, you failed to make me sick, Mia, because I can't get motion sick. Really? What, can't at all? Potatoes are notoriously immune to motion sickness. Oh, yeah, you make a good point. Construction components. Oh, actually, there is 20 there.
I'm still surrounded by pirates.
I think maybe you collect them.
What? What do you mean I
Outrageous
collect
computers.
them? It's not like I have a large binder that I keep gluing pirate ships into. Added to the fact that this would be either one heck of a binder, or my binder would be full after one ship.
Okay, gonna put a cockpit there. I got a cockpit on my hotbar. No, I have couches on my hotbar, but no cockpits. You see, everything's just wrong. To have couches on your hotbar but no cockpit tells me that I haven't been space engineering. Terry says I get seasick and when trying to read maps in cars. Bernie says, Mia, catch the civilians.
There are no civilians around here.
Let's see, which way up? It's that way and insert. There we go. And then I should be able to fit this one there. And then I think that the cockpit has, let me just check. Yes, it has conveyors on the bottom, so it will convey through this cargo container. The fact that it's connected to the oxygen tank is a misnomer. Misnomer is misleading. It's not. I don't believe there's any connection here. Oh right, steel plates. So Sally, you're going to get all these parts. You don't even have a survival kit on that ship, do you? No, but I have Mia flying not very far away. Haven't I, Mia?
Position. Oh no, hold on, that's wrong. Oh, there.
Motors, displays, computers, and bulletproof glass.
Still 20 kilometers.
Yeah, Mia's on the lookout for resources. Oh, by the way, you're well past your stream break time.
How
Oh,
far?
gosh, you're right.
How far?
We are on 1 hour and 39 minutes.
I don't think there's any point in cycling now.
Yeah, we might as well just carry on. Alright, 40 large steel tubes. Which side's got there? Okay. Oops. Just got out of range. Will we be streaming again tomorrow? Might be. Might be. You know how it goes. We say, no, we stream 3 days a week maximum. And then we stream every day. We took a break on Tuesday. I know I'll be going to see Soup Lady again in hospital next Tuesday, so we'll probably won't stream next Tuesday night. But yeah, we could be streaming any night in between then, now and then. Mate, I'm almost out of oxygen, by the way. So I will need your return sometime soon. Mate?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay. You heard me and didn't really respond much.
Yes. Can you give me a time estimate of your current prophesized death? Ooh, that's a weird way to put it.
I think if you were to fly from where you are to where I am, we should be okay.
Like now?
Yeah, I wouldn't faff around too long.
Well, the original 3 asteroid route I had planned isn't complete yet. I'd still have one asteroid outstanding.
I probably don't have enough time for you to do a whole asteroid exploration.
Fair point.
Okay, just need computers for that one. Motors, displays, and bulletproof glass for that one. And then I need to remove...
Cell position.
Do reactors work as conveyors?
Yes, they do.
Do they? Because they, at one point they weren't doing, and then they started doing, and now I'm not sure whether they are again. So that would do the trick then. Oh, Salamir, I'll be streaming tomorrow at the normal time. Should I do the UK zombie survival or a story game? Don't know. Whatever takes your fancy.
We're very bad at this, at deciding on games at the moment. We're kind of obsessed with one
this.
Singular thing.
Hello, Will Ezekiel, who says hello.
No, it's pronounced hello.
Hello. Hello, Will. Long time no see. So, yeah, can't promise, Potato, that we might be streaming at the same time. We'll see how it goes.
We'll find out. Should have probably mentioned on Twitter, I'm thinking about that we're streaming and live on Discord, because usually we'd have people here, like Icing, telling us how wrong we are about life.
Are you heading in my direction, Mir?
I am, but there's a military escort just 5 kilometers between you and me, and I need to do a little bit of a fly around.
Okay.
And since I'm already flying here with this very small asteroid, I'm just coming to a brief halt.
Yeah. That's
ping
fine.
it, and then see if there's anything valuable on there.
So I have 66 oxygen and 30% in the tank.
As long as you don't do any terrible physical labor, you should be alright.
Yeah. Why is that military escort...
Platinum! Yes!
Benchmark it. And the silicon.
I told you I should do a stop here.
Benchmark it. GPS it, I mean.
People
can dual stream.
Position.
Dual stream? That sounds violent, says Will. Indeed, indeed. Yes, I challenge you to a dual stream.
Hold on, a dual stream as in with an E or with an A?
With an E.
Where did Sal position go? Sal position. Oh, this is not good. And it's in view distance all of a sudden. Oh, it's moving too, that's handy.
It's not moving very fast on my screen, so... just ever so slowly. Where will your corpse respawn, Sal? Hopefully I've given Mir enough notice that...
Oh, we're fine. I'm already in the 13-kilometer range.
Yeah.
And evaded the military escort. Unless they suddenly lock onto me and try to follow, we'll be alright.
Yeah. to... I think while you're here, then, I'll just grab some components out of that ship. You found platinum now, you've done your job. Do you want to help me just finish off the ship?
It's not a lot of platinum.
Doesn't matter, any amount of platinum will do.
I'm trying to say maybe I should carry on cataloguing.
I suggest we get what we've got.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then we can do that. Oh, and Will says, "Oh dear loves, I finally have a good headset and mic for my computer redo. I'd love to pop onto the server sometime. We shall have to do something for sure, Will." Potato says, "I'll be less active in chat. I'm going to try and fix Mia's model, and shortly after the Sal model, whenever I find a way to fix the Mia model." Bernie says, "You've done your job, now go home." No.
Lucky for you, I am home.
Yeah, Mia is the flying home.
I'm going to have a seat now while the inertia dampeners are off. Lovely, right? Look at this.
Why do I let Mia fly the important ship?
What?
Nothing.
All ships are important.
They are a bit at the moment, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I'd realised this is
you
the
approaching.
position. This is the position of the ice thing. Where are you?
Relatively close by.
Is that you? Probably not. Where are you? Can you see me?
You're the other side of the asteroid.
I am?
Not the other side of the moon, the other side of the asteroid. Yes, you're coming out the bottom of the asteroid now?
The bottom.
Ah. Sal, stop complaining, says Bernie. Huh? Wave, Sal. Will says, hashtag all ships matter.
Did I already come out the bottom? Oh no, I didn't. I'm far away now.
Yeah, you're far away, mate. I mean, I can fly to you, that's not a problem.
It's probably easier to find than me. Well, I'm about equidistant to this... Oh, found you! There you are.
Okay.
Tiny little string somewhere in the distance.
Do you need an antenna on the drill ship?
Oh, yes, she definitely does.
But
Or
I would
at least a
suggest that an
beacon.
ore detector would be the first thing that we need on the drill
I
ship.
realise I'm currently going very quickly towards you.
Okay, might want to slow down. Is my suggestion. So I suggest that when you get here, bear in mind we've only got about 10 minutes left before outro. So I think in that time, if you build a connector on a stick on that ship, that means, and I can get the components that I need to finish my connector, we can connect these up and get rid of all of the ice that's in the ship. Because at the moment I'm full of ice.
Are you expecting that this ship can hold it all? Because we're full of motors.
That's okay, it's motors I want. Oh, I can see you. So, park anywhere for the moment, it's fine. Preferably with a door.
She said anywhere.
No! There.
Oh,
In fact, that's perfect because our doors are somewhat lined up. Not too close because your thrusters and my thrusters will burn each other.
What? No, they won't.
Meh.
As long as you don't boost ahead.
Yeah, but I might have to do that at some point, so no,
Well,
just
yeah.
don't. No foolishness.
I've parked.
Good.
Welcome aboard. Oh, I'm the wrong way around. Hold on, let me twist.
No, you're the right way around. I'm the wrong way around. Mia, you're going to kill me, you fool.
Did you just call me a fool?
I did. Now let me inside to get some oxygen.
Well, just walk inside.
I can't. You're twisting the damn thing. Meh.
What? It's not affecting you?
It is.
How?
I don't know. Physics.
I've stopped moving.
Thank you.
Are you letting out all the good air?
Kinda had to.
Hello, welcome home.
Thank you.
I'm having a seat.
Very good. I'm getting oxygen. Hydrogen.
Look at her, getting oxygen in the background.
Where's the oxygen? Mia, there's no ice on board.
Oh yeah, I know. If you put any of the bottles inside there, the
nothing happens.
Ooh, the nothing happens. That's good. Usually, hold on.
So there's 500,000 kilos on board the drilling ship.
Yeah, fine. I'll move a bit. Hold on.
Terry says, "Crash!" Oh dear. And Potato says, "You know Sally's salty at Mia when she calls Mia a fool." Bernie says she needs to relax. Will says, "These shenanigans give me life."
So where's the connector?
I haven't built it yet. I need
What
motors.
do you mean you haven't built it? Oh, there's
one in the front. Yeah. But it's inset into the drills.
We've got loads of motors. Feel free to have a go.
I can't. I've got no
There
oxygen.
is an oxygen bottle right there.
There
You
isn't
blind
hydrogen.
fool.
Hydrogen. Oh, it has
You
filled.
fool!
It did
Also, you already refilled your body suit by entering this oxygenated area.
I'm not going outside those doors without at least one full oxygen bottle on me.
Well,
Do you know
go
how
leave.
empty your bodysuit gets? I needed that. I also needed some computers. I think I might have needed a few more than 10. Let's get a few more than 10 made.
You know, I just had a
That'll get
grandiose
started.
idea. We should colour coat those doors so we can ensure that we never run into each other. So you get a door, I get a door.
Well, I always use the left door.
You need 20 computers.
Okie dokie.
Actually, you need a few things more.
What did I need? Because I need some, I think it was motors for the conveyor tube. Sal and Mia seek space marriage counselling. And Bernie says, "That's Sal. Do you also not drive to the store unless your fuel tank is topped up?" I always tank up my fuel. I don't drive to the store, though. The store drives to me. I have people to do that for me. Communication is key in a space marriage. So, have you got all the things to make the things, Mia?
I made the thing.
Oh, thank you for telling me you were going out and making the thing.
Well, you were staying inside because you're having some weird marital problem with an oxygen bottle. But I'm not here to judge. I don't mind if you're marrying some sort of canister. Sounds almost rude.
We have got many thousands of motors. Why have we got so many thousands
We've
of motors?
disassembled the bloody atmospheric thrusters. Those are large turbines.
I wasn't being judgmental, Mia. I was.
I'm moving
merely
the ship. Is
asking
this
the
okay with
question.
you? I'll take your silent as a yes.
I'm fine. You're not going to break anything, are you?
No, I wasn't planning to.
Good. Not saying that you don't, have history or anything along those lines, but you never know. Let's see. Bernie says, "At Sal, my point was, there is being prepared, and then there's you." Mia is a canister. Oh, God, they're having a full-on argument. I need some bulletproof glass.
We should have some of that somewhere too.
How much? So I've got the displays I need. We need 60 bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Seems not. Display, steel plates. I forget which one bullet. There it is. Okay.
Why did you drop some of the interior plates on the floor?
What?
You dropped interior plates on the bloody floor.
I didn't drop interior
Well,
plates.
who else would drop them in here? The plant?
I didn't have interior
Herbert
plates.
Dingerborg,
on
our friendly
me.
neighborhood ghost hiding inside the pillars.
I didn't have interior
Herbert
plates
Dingerborg is going to
drop
be a
on the
permanent
floor.
feature on this show now. Please remember his name because I'll probably
you
forgot. Okay.
Mia dropped the plates, says Terry.
I did not drop the plates. When would I drop the bloody plates?
Oh, I didn't have any on me to drop.
Why would I drop them?
Ralph says, "Evening to you. The 35th Failed Joint Germanic-British Space Expedition Force.
Who are the other 34? Tubes.
I probably also needed computer components as well. Let's just get those. Is that all I can carry? It'll do.
Gee. Conveyor. There you go.
So it seems like we are going through oxygen quite quickly.
Well, if you keep on opening all the doors we have, of course we are.
I've gone in and out of this place twice.
Well, yeah. That's...
Today.
Well, words. Connector.
So I want to weld up this one.
Oh, yeah, that needs steel plates.
Oh, wow, I need a lot of computers. Okay.
Did you take all the steel plates we had on board?
Oh, there's loads of steel plates in here. I haven't taken any. But yeah, if you have a look inside the cargo container. Am I right in thinking that this is a very weird shade of orangey pink?
Yeah, it's tuna colored or something.
Salmon.
Yes. It's that coloring pencil thingy that all the children love so much because it allows you to color humans or something.
Ah.
In primary school.
I must admit, if I'm out in the sun for too long, I do turn a shade of salmon. Will says, just don't pressurize your ship, Mia, and she can't let you out of your air. Right, what was I doing? Forgotten how many of what things I needed for what thing. I needed one motor, 100 computers.
Oh, no, we're doing fine. Our oxygen tank is still filled at 98%. I don't know what the problem is.
Mia, don't go anywhere.
Well, I'm
Are you
connecting.
docking? Okay.
Am I not allowed to?
Knowing you, Mia, and how much you dislike telling me what you're up to, you could have been going anywhere. That's not looking good because your connector isn't long enough.
What is?
No, look, see, it's... Oh, no, it might have just been the angle I was going at. Okay. It looked like the thruster was longer than the connector and was about to contact.
There we go. Online.
Nice. Okay, so no, I don't actually need to go into the ship to get the stuff.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Your ship naming is a mess.
I haven't named anything. It's not my ship.
Yes, I'm aware. Would you mind if I go in there and rename everything?
Why don't we do that bit off camera? Save chat. Oh, I only needed one motor, didn't I? It's actually
while you're doing that, I'm going to have a seat.
Well, why don't you come do some work on the drilling ship to make it into a drilling ship so that then we can go and get platinum?
But it has drills on it. Well, what do I need to do? Let me empty my inventory.
I've got a new cockpit at the front and an oxygen tank.
Uh-huh.
We'll leave the cockpit at the back, that's fine. But now what we need to do is to put a sheet of something around the outside. So Almond had a lot of protection over the inside components and he had it inside. But I personally prefer to have a good layer of outside protection.
Mm-hmm. Is the ship ready yet for heavy armor plating at the front?
No, definitely not. We don't have enough thrusters on it.
Alright, fair point. Steel plates.
So at
Gonna
least
go ham.
up towards the front, and you see where I've got the scaffolding? That's sort of just holding the thrusters in place. It needs all of that just making a bit more robust so that the thrusters can't disappear.
I see.
But if we're making this into an internal tube, then we'll still need a way to get in and out to the cockpit, because this will be how you fly the thing. Okay, right, those computers that I went for. Mischievous apricots.
What? Who? Me?
Just don't pressurise your ship, Miriam. She can't let out all your air. Yeah, that was right. Apricot is the word he's looking for, says Will. Mischievous apricots, says Bernie.
Is this a new... Oh!
Or
naming the ship.
Yeah.
No, wait, mischievous apricots.
Although
mischievous is not really a business buzzword, is it?
No. But I like apricots. Or detector and an antenna. Mere. None.
Oh, yeah, that. You'll have that in a moment.
Oh, it's an old reference. Mischievous apricots is an old reference. What's it a reference to? I don't recognise it. Computers, there's some there. There's a bunch. Still need to make more. Bernie says also time. Yeah.
Oh, now that I've started doing the thing, it's time.
We'll just get, like, you know. Oh, I'm never one computer short. I am. What is it? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. The weird colour, I meant that thing you called salmon. The coloured pencil shade is called apricot. Aha! Yeah, but now, you see, probably what you might not be aware of, Will, is that our shipgate naming convention on this server this season is for every ship to have, to be named after a business buzzword and an uncomfortable fruit. Now, any fruit can be uncomfortable if stuck in the wrong place. Or vegetable. I think we were going fruits or vegetables.
Yeah, we're inclusive like this.
Yeah. Bernie says, no, it's a mischievous apricot. And he's linked us to a thing on YouTube, which we're not far off going in to having a look at. I'll have a look as soon as we finish. I'll keep chat up so I can go and have a look. What did I need on here? 8 computers. Okay. All right. Potato says that his expressive Mia model is utterly broken and he's very sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Can't be that broken. I mean, last night it lost its head and was still fine.
So now... Yes. Now we have a much better view of the front drills. So we don't actually need all of those front drills. I'm going to take some of them off, even if they're not reused, just so that they're... we don't have the weight of the drill at the front, and there's far too much cargo space on this ship.
Oh. Oops.
What?
I accidentally enclosed your cockpit. I didn't realise.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be complete. Like, we don't need to be hulled all the way around.
We do not?
That's quite nice. No, it doesn't matter if there's a few gaps here and there.
That's too late now. We're being hulled. And it's the lightest hull plating I can afford.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Good idea. Yes, and look at that. The oxygen tank is filling up. Nice. So let's leave. Unfortunately, I think I will probably be leaving out the side rather than out of the top. But it's nice to be able to get in through the top, so I wholly approve.
I'll make some way or something.
Yeah, probably just need some holes in the side. Right. I'm gonna start removing some drills.
Of course you do. In the meantime, may I point out that we're slowly running out of steel plates?
Ah, don't worry, we'll get more back. Are we low on iron? Is that the problem?
No, I haven't put any into production.
Oh, okay.
Just pointing out those that have been produced already are running low.
Okay. Well, because I'm drilling down the big drills, I'll be putting steel plates into
Back
cargo.
into the system. All right,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Alright.
Is it really time already?
Oh,
we
hello,
need to stop?
Tammy.
Hello, Tammy.
We are actually just coming up to the end of the stream now.
I thought somebody said it's time already.
Yeah, Bernie's been telling us it's time for ages. Probably his pizza's burning.
Well, personally, I don't mind carrying on until I've got this hulled up. But, you know, if chat doesn't like us enough, we could stop at any time, really.
And Tammy says, at least I got to say hello. Well, it's probably a good thing that you weren't around earlier on, because there was some... I mean, there were some really... like, you moments.
Old poop scooper lady.
Yeah, there was talk about a pooper scooper lady, which was most unpleasant. Bernie says, screw you too, Mia. And gives you a smiley face. Terry says, keep going.
I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah. We're not far off done.
Energy low.
Damn it. Can I reach? No, I can't. Oh, that. My inventory was full. I left behind one steel plate.
You fool.
Bernie says, also, my pizza's not burning, but past 11 p.m. and I've got to be up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Ooh, you have my deepest sympathy. And Tammy says, allow me to have a late you moment.
Late you moment granted. You away.
Okay, what I should do is to fill this with... just a light armor block. We'll put some light armor blocks in those gaps. Okay, so it seems that I might be... I'm not sure, but I might actually be taking steel plates out of the system rather than putting them in the system.
Oh yeah, do the one thing you swore not to do.
I didn't swear anything. I'm not much of a cursor, Mia. I mean, sure, at times, when the situation warrants.
Inventory full.
So I'm not entirely sure where I got this colour from. I picked it up from Almond's ship somewhere. So I'm going to have to drop those off so that I can get the other drill head off. Ah, it's nice to be in space. You've become the very thing you meant to destroy, says Will.
Yep, that was what I was aiming for, but, you know.
What's the very thing that you meant to destroy me?
No, you were meant to fill our cargo containers with
iron. Right, yeah. I see. No, it turns out I'm not using as much as I'm destroying, so it's fine. Oops. A typo in Space Engineers can actually be quite dangerous.
Yeah, I know. I've been flying ships before in the past.
Inventory full.
So, what's you up to, me? Are you...
Still welding up a ship exterior?
Do you want me to... Have you put some more steel plates into production?
I have not. It would be handy if somebody does it, I presume.
Okie dokie. I've put some in. So reducing the weight and the cargo capacity of the drills will help out. And it would be nice to replace that connector at the front with a light. A light on the front of the ship's always a good thing.
I'll get around to it as soon as I find the time.
Sure.
Ugh. Ugh.
What?
Oh, this connection at the back here is hideous. So open, so exposed.
That's alright, you're putting stuff all around it, aren't you? I could actually hear you. The proximity stuff on the sound is pretty good.
Well, realistic sound wouldn't let us hear each other.
No,
really.
I know. I prefer the unrealistic proximity sound thing.
Arcade sound effects,
Yeah.
as they're lovingly called.
Oh, is that a thing or is that just a... Oh, it's a... I thought I dropped something. Oh, Mia's gone sweaty tryhard?
What? No, I'm
you're
just welding.
Just very quiet for a moment there.
Well, what was I supposed to say? Oh no, Sal dropped the thing.
Oh.
Hmm. What? Well, you can't drop things into control stations, so try something else. Oh. Oh.
Okay, we've lost the conveyor somewhere. Or is it that the ship's become unpowered?
It would appear so, yes. For some bizarre reason.
Oops. I've got low energy. I need to go.
At least the front connector is offline. Oh no, you
the
probably
front
turned
connector.
that off.
Yeah, I turned that off. Where's the back of the ship gone?
So, where is the main connection point to the cargo line?
Define main connection point.
Never mind. Anyway, returning to my work at the back.
Front connector is the main connection point to the cargo line. It is not really. Bernie says, also, are you actually going to stop? Yeah, we have actually got work tomorrow. So
Can we not?
yeah, we kind of have to. Maybe we
Aw.
should stop, Mia, because there's a fair. We're not just.
You're gonna
sticking
leave
some.
Almond and friends stranded. There's a weird way to say
They
Boris.
said that we could just take that ship and.
Yeah, but I assume they were expecting us to, finish it.
No,
so
they just said as long as we can take the ship and do whatever as long as we share resources with them.
I mean, I guess
Let's,
we're planning on
yeah,
doing that eventually.
Let's call it a nightmare.
Shall do as soon as
'Cause-
just let me slap on the rest of this. So I know. So I knew what I was doing.
Because you're doing you're doing a bit of design work there and everything, aren't you? It's looking good.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it has to look good. It's a budget space butt.
Hey, Matthew. Hello. We are just about to call the stream to an end, actually. Let's just focus in on me. I'm gonna go jump into my cryopod.
Last bit of connection point setup. So
Yeah, Bernie has to work an hour earlier than Mia, and Mia lives very close to the office, so he starts at 7, but he doesn't actually need to leave until about 5 to 7.
all right, done the thing. I can stop now.
Okay. So we'll call it a night. But yeah, we'll probably be back tomorrow evening. No guarantees because it's not a scheduled stream day, but it's highly likely. Bernie says, I start at 8 but got to leave at 7. And of course, because you're an hour ahead of us, that's 6 o'clock our time. Ooh, that's early. Right,
the hell
well,
is
we
this
are going to call
nonsense?
this stream to an end. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow. But at the very latest, we'll be back on Monday at 8 p.m. GMT +1. But in all likelihood, it will be a lot sooner than that. It could be any time tomorrow that we start streaming. Or any time over the weekend. You'll want to see what Almond and Boris have done to your ship.
What? They haven't done anything to our ship,
No, we'll
have
want
they?
to come back tomorrow to see what
Oh,
Almond and
that.
Boris have done to our ship.
Simple thing. Look at these Franz. Franz, as in friends, but pronounced weirdly. Not Franz as in the name
I
in
thought
German.
it was like
Look
front
at
is in
this antenna. Off. They'll never find us.
Right, do you want to press the off button, Mia?
Yeah, just...
Oh, is there anyone we want to raid?
Yeah,
Let
you
me
do
just
the
have
raiding
a
thing.
look at that and see.
Why are we moving? Hold on, let me
Is
just
there
turn off
anyone
the
we're following
iron
online?
thrusters. Let's turn all of you off.
Who are
Batteries
these
set
people?
to
Oh
recharging.
no, they have recommended channels now on the following screen.
Oh no, that's...
Because I'm just looking at it thinking, I don't know
rubbish.
who these people are. Who are these people?
Oh,
Although they are
stockpiling
playing games that I
on,
like
six
to play. which is
Stockpiling
good.
on,
Right,
gravity
there's nobody
generator
there that
on,
we,
atmospheric pressure on.
that we follow.
Alright, I'm happy to end it if you
Right.
have found somebody to raid.
No, there's no one that we know who's playing. I just thought to
Well,
check.
screw you too, Twitch. Goodbye.